What is up, YouTube? Welcome back for another video, but this time the video is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna be doing a boiling crab mukbang while I tell you guys a true scary story from when I was younger. Now I'm gonna tell you guys now that my scary stories are pretty intense because my grandma's house was literally like haunted. Like things would go down in that house. So I have a lot of scary stories to tell. I'm only going to tell you guys one. If you guys want to hear another scary story or mukbang scary story, whatever, comment down below. Make sure you guys subscribe if you are new. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button if you guys like the story and like the video. And try to imagine everything that I went through when all this went down. So, let's get the video started. Okay, before I actually start with the scary stories, let me show you guys what I got. So, the first order is shrimp. It's a pound of shrimp. It's called snow crab, and I got snow crab, I guess. I didn't really know what to order because, one, I don't really eat like this kind of stuff all the time, like how I be seeing people on their stories always eating this, but I was like, well, let me give it a try. So, I got a pound of shrimp. And it's like lemon pepper and Cajun or something like that. And this one's called the it's called the, I don't know. But anyways, it looks good. So while I grab down, I'm gonna tell you guys this story. Hopefully I don't look disgusting when I eat because honestly I eat like a dude. And let's get into this. Okay, so where to start? Well, I'm gonna take a bite first because honestly, like, I've been waiting a fat minute to eat and I am starving. I don't even know how the heck you're supposed to eat these things. Like, oh my god, like to think that this was their legs. Oh yeah, I think you just take this. Oh my god, I think this is the head. Oh! Ah! Ah! Look at the face! Ah! Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, are you supposed to eat the legs too? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it doesn't want to come off. I think I'm not eating the right parts. How do you eat shrimp? I should have looked up a video on how to eat shrimp. I was probably like 7 years old, yeah. I was probably like 7. My sister was like 4. Yeah, she was like 4. And my grandma used to live in these apartments in Pasadena called King's Village or something like that. It's an old like set of apartments, but in this specific apartment that we grew up in, I always remember feeling like just weird going there. Like always, just whenever I'd go, like I don't know why, I just never wanted to really go when we would go. It freaked me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. My grandmother, she had a huge case of just like these porcelain dolls, and like they would freak me out. They're those porcelain dolls that like their eyes follow you and they're all dressed up like all nice, like they're gonna go to some type of little picnic or something like that. They just looked weird, like they looked realistic as hell. I remember there was a specific night where I was chilling downstairs and I think my grandma was already asleep and I was watching like a show, and I was staying up pretty late. Like she normally never lets me stay up late, but I was gonna stay up late tonight. In that specific night, I remember watching the TV, and then all of a sudden the volume just starts going up. It just starts getting loud for no reason. And when I went to go and try and turn the TV off, it wasn't letting me put the volume down. Like every time I would try to put the volume down, it would just go right back up, like by itself, completely by itself. I remember when I finally just I was getting scared because like I'm a little kid and I don't understand why the volume's not going down and everyone's asleep except for me and it's late as hell at night. I turned the TV off and then like it was weird because it just felt like someone was staring at me, and like there was all these like whispers and like it just felt like someone was just like whispering some things like for me to hear, and it was just weird. Like I couldn't even tell what they were saying, but it just sounded weird to me. And like I went to the kitchen because I was gonna get something to drink before I went to bed, and as I was getting something to drink, I remember seeing I was looking at the glass case, and I don't know why I was looking at it, but I specifically remember there being like, she probably had like 10 dolls in that thing, or like a good sum, but all of the dolls were in there. One thing that already freaked me out a little bit was the glass door was like just open. So the glass door was open and I was like, okay. And on top of that, one of the dolls was missing. I remember hearing like all these stories about like, oh, sometimes they like to move around, and like I thought my aunts and my uncles just told me that because like they wanted to scare me or whatever, and I didn't believe them. And I kind of freaked out a little bit, so I just closed it. Like, I didn't want to be loud because it was a loud little case, which is weird too, because you'd figure that like if it opened up then you'd be able to hear it. And on top of that, like the living room is like right next to the kitchen. I closed the gate, and then I just decided I'm just gonna go back to bed. Like, I'm gonna go upstairs, head to bed, and maybe it'll just be there tomorrow, or maybe like someone's messing with me, or I'm gonna ask my uncle or my aunt tomorrow if they're like just messing with me. And as I go upstairs, like, so the upstairs is like also really creepy because like it's like a double staircase. So it's like stairs going up this way and then stairs immediately going up this way. So it's like you have to walk and then walk, but it's all in one house. Right when you walk upstairs, there is a restroom. Like the very first door you see when you walk upstairs is the restroom, like the main restroom that's like by all the bedrooms. And there's 3 bedrooms in that house. There's 2 to the left of the restroom when you're going up, walking up to it, and then there's my grandma's room, which is the biggest room to the right. And the one right next to the restroom was my room, and that's where me and my sister were sleeping. And my uncle or aunt's room was like to the very left of that room. Right when you go upstairs, you immediately look at the restroom, and then right to the very like right of the restroom, before you go into my grandma's room, right to the very right is a fire extinguisher like circle thingy at the top, like a fire alarm thing. And right underneath the fire alarm there was like this like dark shadow, like just standing there, like, and it wasn't doing anything, like literally it was just standing there. And so I wasn't gonna go back downstairs because like, what if there's something else downstairs, you know? Like, it was scary as hell. I just kind of like passed by it as gently as I can and like try not to like anger it, or I didn't even know what exactly to expect of it. I just walked past it, go into my room, and when I went to go look again, there was nothing there. And I was like literally just tripping. I was like, bro, I must be tired. Like, I'm just seeing things, like there's no way. Like, I was trying to think of the possibilities of what it could be rather than it just being like a demon. Like, I was like, oh, maybe it's a good ghost, or like maybe it's like a relative that just wants to make sure I'm good or something. Nope, not what it was. I'm laying up in my bed with my sister, and sometime during the night I wake up. When I sit up, there's a closet that's like long this way, so I'm like laying down right here. My little shrimp body sits up, so I'm sitting up like this. I sit up like this, and then directly in front of me right here is like a closet, literally like this. Right here there's a wall, and then it goes like this, and then this is where the door is, so you can exit out this way. And my bed is like right here, like how I said, right here. This is my little shrimp body. I sit up, there's the same thing just standing in there, and this was like later on in the night. It was just standing there, and that piece of wall, that's just like the piece of wall that's randomly there. And so like obviously I freak out, so I go back under my sheets. I'm laying under my bed sheets, and my sister's right next to me, like completely passed out, and she's like a little kid, so she probably doesn't even know what the hell, like she's just completely just passed out. I always hear like if you just go into your bed and like close your eyes, then like the thing or whatever, like the ghost or whatever, would just be gone if you look up again. So I get up to look again, and I don't see it in front of me, but the thing is like literally right next to me, like on the left side of me, like near the bed, like standing near the bed. I literally, like, when I went under the bed sheets the first time, I was trying to wake my sister up to like get her to leave the room with me. She was passed out. She was not gonna wake up like at all. So what I decided to do is, I'm like, I'm sorry sister, I have to leave you here. So So I leave my sister in the bed and I jump over my bed. My door to the hallway to run to my grandma's room is like right open. So I run, go into my grandma's room, and I'm like, Ma, hay una mujer en mi cuarto, which means there's a lady in my room. Like, there's just a lady in my room. And she's like, ¿Cuál mujer? Which means like, what lady? She's like, what lady are you talking about? Like, there's nobody in your room. Like, what are you talking about? I'm telling her, like, Grandma, there's a lady in my room and my sister's still in there. Like, you have to go and get her. Like, I can't go get her. I'm too scared. And so my grandma's like, so she gets up and she's gonna go check. The craziest thing is, when I'm in my grandma's room, I'm in her room by myself. And so now at being little as hell and thinking like, oh, my grandma's gonna go check the room and everything's gonna be fine. Nope, now I was in her room by myself. So I was scared again, like thinking of that thought, like, oh, I'm in this room, and my grandma's room is dark, like dark. I'm in this room by myself now, and my grandma's like taking her sweet ass time, like walking over there and like checking on my sister and all that. Tell me why, bro? The doll that was in the glass case downstairs was in my grandma's room on her dresser, and it was literally facing the bed, like toward the bed. And I was just like, I was scared as hell. I was like, bro, that thing's supposed to be downstairs in the case. Like, my grandma never brings the dolls upstairs. My grandma comes back. She's like, there's no lady in your room. She's like, you must be dreaming. And I was like, no, there was a lady in my room. She was standing up in front of my bed, and then I covered myself and tried to wake up my sister, and I got up again and she was next to me instead. And so I got scared and I ran over and she's like, like, just go to bed. So I just fell asleep next to my grandma. Then the next coming morning, I like wake up, she wakes up, we're gonna go to church or whatever. And so I go downstairs and my grandma's like making us pancakes and like I'm getting ready to eat. And then like I look up in the glass case, tell me why the doll is back in the case. And I asked my grandma, I was like, did you put the doll in the case? And she's like, did you take it out last night? And she's like, no. And I was like, it wasn't in the glass case last night. She's like, yeah, it was. And then on top of that, I didn't know this, but my grandma had put a lock on the cage. I didn't notice that it was supposed to be locked. It was completely opened, and she went to go check on the case in front of me, and she's like, it's locked. And the doll was just in there, positioned the exact same way as it was like from beforehand. It was in the glass case, completely untouched, like nothing had happened. And then I was telling my grandma, like, have you ever experienced anything like in here before? And she was like, yeah, like every now and then, like we'll see a lady, like my uncle's seen the same lady, my aunt's seen the same lady, or a different spirit or entity or whatever the hell. Like they want to think that they're angels or something like that they're just watching over us, and I don't know what. My grandma was like, yeah, we've seen a lady before. And I was like, oh. And I was like, well, what did it look like? And she's like, it's just like a body, but you can't see the face. And that's exactly what I saw, but except the one I saw was like a dark, it was like dark. It was like a dark shadow thing. I didn't tell her that the shadow thingy was dark, but she was just telling me like it's just a thing with like no face. And I was like, oh. I'm like, what have you seen? Like, where did you see it at? She was like, in random parts of the house. It'll be like upstairs mostly, or sometimes in the kitchen. But they're like so unbothered by it. I'm like, you guys are some brave ass people. Like, honestly, I don't think I'd be scared of a ghost either, as long as it wasn't trying to hurt me, but you never know those spirits' intentions. But there you have it, guys. There's one of my stories from when I was a kid, from when I started seeing spirits and stuff as a kid. It's crazy because my uncle literally told me a story that sounds kind of similar to mine, except like the part that is the only part that's similar is that he was sitting in the living room and then the TV just started, like the volume started going up by itself. But the thing is that when he heard the voices like whispering, like when he said that he heard the whispers, because I told him the story. He's like, that's crazy, I heard some whispering too. The whispers were actually saying his name. It's just, there's a lot more to the story, but it's a crazy story. Like, his stories I feel like are way scarier than mine, my personal experiences, but his story is scary. Alright you guys, well, if you guys enjoyed this mukbang of my boiling crab shrimp, make sure you guys subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and if you guys want to hear another scary story from when I was younger, a real life experience, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you've dealt with spirits, let me know in the comments down below. And until the next spooky video,